Hello and welcome to Selection with Sathi. Today we dive deep into concurrency and parallelism in Python. We'll cover the GIL, threading for IO-bound tasks, multiprocessing for CPU-bound tasks, and the concurrent.futures module that provides a clean high-level API for both. The Global Interpreter Lock, or GIL, is the key to understanding Python concurrency. It's a mutex in CPython that allows only one thread to execute Python bytecode at a time. This protects reference counting but prevents true thread-based parallelism. However, the GIL is released during I/O operations like network calls and file reads. That's why threading still helps for I/O-bound tasks. For CPU-bound parallelism, you need multiprocessing. Each process has its own GIL. The threading module is ideal for I/O-bound tasks. Create a thread with threading.Thread, passing the target function and arguments. Threads share the same memory space, which is fast but requires care with shared data. The GIL is released during I/O operations, so multiple threads can wait on I/O simultaneously. Use threading.lock to protect shared mutable state from race conditions. The multiprocessing module creates separate processes for true parallelism. Each process has its own Python interpreter and its own GIL. This means CPU-bound work truly runs on multiple cores simultaneously. Communication between processes uses queue, pipe, or shared memory. The trade-off is higher overhead, process creation, and data serialization cost more than threading. The concurrent.futures module provides a high-level API. The executor class has two main methods, submit and map. Submit takes a function and arguments, returns a future object. Call future.result to get the return value. It blocks until the result is ready. Map applies a function to each item in an iterable and returns results in order. The beauty is that ThreadPoolExecutor and ProcessPoolExecutor share the same API. ThreadPoolExecutor creates a pool of reusable threads. Use it as a context manager with ThreadPoolExecutor with max_workers equals 5 as executor. Executor.map of download, URLs parallelizes downloads across the thread pool. The default max_workers is min of 32 and CPU count plus 4, which works well for most I/O tasks. ProcessPoolExecutor has the identical API but uses processes instead of threads. With ProcessPoolExecutor as executor, max_workers defaults to CPU count. Executor.map of compute, data runs computation across multiple cores. This is where you get true speedup for CPU-bound work. 4 cores give roughly 4 times the throughput.
Let's download URLs concurrently with a thread pool. We define a download function that fetches a URL with requests.get. With ThreadPoolExecutor and 5 workers, we call executor.map with the URLs list. All 5 downloads happen concurrently. Total time is about 1 second, not 5 seconds sequentially. That's the power of threading for I/O. For CPU-heavy work like prime checking, use ProcessPoolExecutor. The s_prime function does intensive computation. With ProcessPoolExecutor using all cores, we map it across a list of numbers. On a 4-core machine, this gives roughly 4 times speedup. Each process runs the computation with its own GIL, achieving true parallelism. Submit returns a future object for more control. Future equals executor.submit of download, URL. Call future.result with a timeout to get the value. It blocks until ready. You can also add a callback with future.add_done_callback. The callback fires when the future completes, useful for non-blocking notification. For progress tracking, use _completed from concurrent.futures. Submit all tasks and collect the futures in a dictionary mapping future to URL. _completed yields futures as they finish, not in submission order. This lets you update a progress bar or print results immediately as each task completes. It's the key to responsive concurrent applications.
Let's compare ThreadPool and ProcessPool side by side. ThreadPool is best for I/O-bound tasks. The GIL limits CPU work but releases during I/O. ProcessPool is best for CPU-bound tasks. Each process has its own GIL. Threads share memory directly, which is fast but needs locks. Processes use separate memory communication via queue or pipe. Thread overhead is low. Process overhead is higher, about 100 milliseconds per process. Choose based on your workload, I/O or CPU. Essential tips for Python concurrency. Use ThreadPoolExecutor for I/O-bound work, network, file, database calls. Use ProcessPoolExecutor for CPU-bound work, computation, math, data crunching. Use executor.map for simple cases and submit with _completed for progress tracking. Always use the executor as a context manager for clean shutdown. Avoid ProcessPool for tiny tasks. The overhead of process creation can exceed the benefit. For more concept videos like this, download the Selection with Sathi app. Like and subscribe. Thank you.